I would not be getting interviews. And then after that, I got 2 interviews and 70% of high as a data analyst. Come from a non-technical background, and then I joined Career Ninja, and that really helped me gain some confidence to any domain I want. To not be scared. It's an entire new skill set. It helped me the most with LearnTube.
I never thought switching careers was worth it, but when I signed my offer letter with a 70% hike, that doubt ended.
Okay, so my name is Ankit Sharma. I completed my master's in pharmacy. Then I was working for an IT firm in pharmaceutical sector for last 5 years. And now I've moved into a pharmaceutical sector itself, but as a data analyst. So basically, career I wanted to change because the last role that I was in, it was not a productive role for the company. It was a process which was mandated by the government. That's why the company had to do that. So that's why the possibilities were limited. And then I just came across data analysis, and I thought that okay, data analysis would be a good match for me, because then that would also not limit me to one particular domain. I can just shift to any domain I want. And then it was a demanding career at that time. Even still now it is like it is a demanding career.
Career switches, how do you plan them? One, tell us, reasons why you'd recommend LearnTube to someone.
First thing I would say, do not be scared. Do not think that it is not possible. Do not think that it is too big of a change. Because I feel that anything you decide on is possible. So I come from a non-technical background. I have not coded. Like, my background is all bio. You at some point you need some guidance. You want someone to tell you what to do, because you cannot do everything on your own, especially when you're moving into something as new as from a non-technical background to a technical background. So it took me around 2 years to make that switch. So I started learning in May 2023. I took one certification course, which I finished by October. But then there was still a lot to learn, because that course was very on the surface level. It was kind of like an introduction to data analytics, and then there's still a lot that you want to. It's an entire new skill set, so you want to go into depth of it. Once that course finished, I did not think that I was ready to apply for jobs yet. And then the classes ended. They just gave us a list of projects that you could do. They gave us where we can find the resources for those projects, where we can find the data sets and what we need to do in that project as such. But then there was no review of those projects. So we were kind of just left on our own to do the projects after giving all the resources. And then I joined Career Ninja around I think December last year. Got done with my projects, and there were also online courses that I took with Career Ninja. So that those were actually very helpful. Those were very in-depth courses which were on LearnTube. So there were new topics covered in those courses which were not covered in the previous certification that I did, and that really helped me gain some confidence to start applying to jobs. With LearnTube, what was the difference was that when we started project, we had a discussion. We had quite a good discussion on my background, from where did I come from, because it is all customized. So I told them that because I come from a healthcare background, so I wanted all of my projects to be healthcare based, related to that domain. You don't need to sit in class with 40 other people who are all coming from different backgrounds, different experience, and different level of understanding, and you don't need to sit with them and learn at their same level. So you can have everything customized to yourself. You can have plans, the classes planned if you want them to be in depth, if you already know the skill set, so you can just start from the advanced. So that customization really helps. It saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of efforts. You can focus on the things that you really want. Like with me, it was the projects. So it was all monitored, and because it is monitored, because we know that okay, we need to discuss it in the next session, I was also compelled to complete and do those projects within that timeline. So that really helped me finish that project once, because in the previous course, because I was left to finish it on my own. So it kind of gave me an understanding of where I stood in terms of learning, in terms of presentation, in terms of the quality of the work. So that's what helped me the most with LearnTube, because I knew that what I was doing was the right thing, and at times when it was not, I was guided to do the right thing. I would not be getting interviews because that career switch, companies do not take that very, they're not very accepting about it. So I gave 3 interviews. One was the first one I did not crack because it was very technical, and then after that I got 2 interviews, and both of those I cracked. And it's great that I got offers from 2 different domains. It just shows that those skills are how useful or how transferable those skills are in.
Congratulate yourself. Do you want to tell people how much of the hike you got?
Yeah.
Percentage-wise?
So I approximately 70% of hike is what I